I've been talking about turkey hunting for a little while now, and for those of you that don't know, in a little less than 1 month, I'm going to be going on my first ever turkey hunt with a bow. Now, I've taken down about 6 or 7 with my 12 gauge Benelli, but never taken one down with my bow, so I really need to prepare and get ready for this moment. And now what I want to do is actually head out to the target range, and I'm going to be trying out my 3-blade Rage broadheads, which usually I use 2-blade Rage for whitetail, but recently I switched to 3-blade. However, I've never actually used 3-blade Rage before. I've never taken a shot with them. When I went on a wild boar hunt in Florida, I used the fixed blade Montec broadheads, the G5 broadheads. Anyways, I've never actually used the broadheads, so I'm really looking forward to trying them out. We're gonna go to the target range. I set up a target. Like I told you before, I'm building a homemade target. That's all built up right now. Got a bunch of foam and stuff inside of it. Got a couple of drywall sheets to try and slow down the arrow, so the broadhead, we can reuse it and try it again. Anyways, now we're gonna head out to the target range, and I hope you guys enjoy the real life version of today's hunt. Alright guys, here we are at the bow range, and I'm gonna be taking some practice shots for the first time with my 3-blade Rage broadhead. I've never taken a practice shot with it before because they don't actually make practice broadheads for the expandables. They make 2-blade but not 3-blade, so it's a little different. And anyways, we're gonna set out a target here in a little bit, and I'm hoping that we're pretty accurate. It's about time to go sight in my bow with the 3-blade Rage broadheads. I'll be using them for the first time on a turkey this year, actually in about 1 month now. So there's my bow and my arrows, and here's gonna be my homemade target that I was telling you about. It's basically a cardboard box with a chunk of cardboard on it, filled up with a bunch of what's all in there, like foam and old mail and stuff like that. I don't know, just like cushion. And then I have a little sheet of drywall on top here. And last but not least, that is going to be my turkey target. So you can see the spine goes all the way from the top of the head all the way through, kind of like by the tailbone there. And then you got the heart right there, and the lungs are a little bit higher up, kind of right where the wing connects, which is right there. Right where you want to be on a turkey. Because if you hit a little high, you can get the spine. A little low, you should be able to get lung. You don't want to come too low because you'll hit the wing, and that's pretty tough there. But there's the beard. Kind of what you want to do, follow straight up the leg and maybe like 3-4 inches down. Right there's where you want to be. Let's grab our arrows out of here, and right here is going to be the first time I've shot this, so it's going to be interesting. We're definitely about to ruin this broadhead, 3-blade Rage expandable broadhead, but you know what? I think it's going to be worth it. So first, I think what I want to do is actually tape this on here. Probably going to be the best option. I'm going to tape it right there, and then probably tape it down here. So that should be sitting pretty good right there. I don't really want to tape this one too tight because, boy, I grabbed a roll that apparently my girlfriend decided to use for Christmas, and there's literally 3 pieces of tape here. Oh my god. Oh, what are the odds of that? We barely had enough tape for this target. Just barely. I'm not even kidding. Look, we had that 1 piece there, just barely covered the top. And then I had just enough for the bottom right here. All right, so I got a target out there, roughly 20 yards exactly, right there. See if we can focus in here. That actually might work out pretty good. Well, that's a hard shot. It actually dropped a little bit. Now let me take a shot with the field tip once. Okay, that's a field tip. Definitely drops at least like ½ an inch. I'm gonna try it again though. I'm gonna take another shot with just the broadhead in the exact same spot and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think that would have went too far. It definitely has a little drop to it though. I mean, I'm holding for the top. I can't see the vital area, but I can see the top of the turkey. And I'm holding for like 3 inches down. And even though this target is probably 2 times, well, like half the size of a real gobbler, still, it's dropping a little bit low. These 3 blades are not as accurate as I thought. The Montecs are super accurate, but I really want to have an expandable for a gobbler if it comes in, you know, under like 30 yards. But just because we're at this angle right here, I want to take a shot from right here with the field tip ones. And if I'm super accurate, I should be able to hit my arrow. I guess like right over the top of my arrow. So I shouldn't really hit my arrow, but I should be able to put it right between the heart and the lung. Watch this. There. That's 25 yards. That's a hard shot. So, my field tips don't drop at all, as they shouldn't. But the broadheads are dropping like half an inch at 20 yards, which, man, how far are they gonna drop at 30? Okay, so I was standing right here, and right here is the target. The lower arrow is my broadhead. Which, yeah, that's a heart shot, but I don't really know if you want to get a heart shot on a gobbler. I would say you'd probably want a little bit higher. I mean, yeah, if I did take that shot and it happened like that, you can see this here is my broadhead. And it definitely dropped a half an inch. And this here is from a different angle because the camera was over here. So I shot that from exactly where the camera was, which is right over there where my bow is hanging right now. See, there's my bow. The camera's, well, it was mounted on top of that little T right there. And that's how far the shot was. So 25, about 28 yards. But that's why this arrow here is at a different angle. I guess what we have to do now is go back to 30 and see if the broadheads drop at 30 yards, which obviously they're going to, but the question is how much. All right, here we go. 30-yard shot this time. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see better. That's pretty good. This is gonna be a 30-yard shot. I mean, I wish I could say I'm trying to hit the heart, which honestly is kind of good. But I'm not trying to hit the heart. I'm trying to hit maybe like an inch, not even an inch, but like half an inch higher, and to get that lung. But we're still getting like a half-inch drop. I don't really know if I want to complain that much about it because, yeah, all of those shots are vital shots. But I just took a 30-yard shot right there, and it dropped exactly the same as it did at 20. You know, about maybe almost 3/4 of an inch. Which is kind of a lot, but...
Okay, so one thing that I am noticing is that these broadheads are shooting at least a half inch, almost 3/4 of an inch low every single time we're taking the shot. And it's also pulling a little bit left. So I'm honestly thinking it's probably worth it to go to the store right now and buy some new broadheads. If I can talk to an archery guy and find out what I should use for, you know, turkey or potentially whitetail. If I have to, I'll use 2-blade rage, but I don't know. Ever since I took a shot on that 13-point whitetail buck when I was 19, I really didn't get a very good blood trail out of that. So I'm kind of hesitant on going back to the 2-blade rage, which is why I transferred, or I switched over to the 3-blade. But anyways, if he can tell me a different broadhead that he recommends, I would definitely be willing to try that out right now. All I know is I am not comfortable with where we're at right now. We might be able to get lucky enough to get a good shot on a turkey, but right now we don't want luck. We want all skill. We want to have way more than like a half inch off at 20 yards. We need to be within a 1/4 inch. I'm fine with within a 1/4 inch, but every single time if we're over a half inch off, that's not cutting it. Okay guys, so we just got back from the archery shop and the guy told me he recommended the Grim Reaper Whitetail series broadheads. They're 3-blade expandable broadheads and they're pretty incredible, supposedly. I've never shot them before. I've heard about them. I'm pretty sure Tim Wells shoots them actually. But anyways, we're gonna give it a try.
That is the Grim Reaper. Way more accurate. Well guys, these right here are super accurate. Not only that, they have a total of 3-inch cutting diameter. That is impressive. Grim Reaper 2-inch whitetail special broadheads. So if you look closely, the tip cuts in maybe like almost 3/4 of an inch of really good penetration before the blade's even open. And they seem pretty big. Like when I first saw them, I thought, those aren't gonna fly that accurate, are they? They fly like a bullet. Super accurate. Perfect shot. Right in the kill zone. That shot right there would have been spine and lung.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed kind of how the testing of the broadheads went. So first off, I'm not going to be using the 3-blade Rage ever again because they drop too much. The new Grim Reaper Whitetail Special Edition 3-blade broadheads, those do not drop at all. In fact, they actually kind of raise a little bit, which at 20 yards, that's perfect. You don't want it to be dropping at 20 yards, trust me. Those Rage were dropping pretty much like an inch, maybe even an inch and a half at 20 yards. But the Grim Reapers, they're hitting dead on. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.